Let's go straight to Shadow Cabinet Secretary Andrew Wallace now. Andrew, thanks for your time. Let's start with this. Some Conservatives have cast doubt now over Sussan Ley's leadership following this whole saga. She's maintained that it's not under threat. Do you support her?
Absolutely, I support Sussan Ley's leadership, Danica. Look, unless someone's prepared to put their name to those sort of reports, I think we can treat them with the contempt that they deserve.
So you're backing her. You think that everything was handled this week correct. What about Jacinta Nampijinpa Price? Was the right decision made there that she simply had to go to the backbench?
Well, Danica, when you serve on the front bench, whether it be government or opposition, we have hundreds of years of Westminster precedent that says if you can't support the leader of the party, then you shouldn't be on the front bench. This decision should have come as no surprise to anybody, least of all to Jacinta. If she can't openly declare her confidence and support in the leader, then you can't remain on the front bench. It's as simple as that.
Is the Liberal Party in disarray?
Sorry, Danica, I missed that.
I said, is the Liberal Party right now in complete disarray?
Look, I don't believe so. These things are always challenging. Opposition is challenging. There are clearly people who... nobody is happy in opposition in the Liberal Party, but we need to ensure that we are representing our electorates and taking the fight to Labor. You know, the one thing the greatest thing that concerns me out of all of this is that the Prime Minister has had a week where he's been basically being able to cruise. We have to return to our main focus, and that is to keep the government to account, and that's what we'll be doing.
You know, look, I do agree with you there that Albo has had free rein this week. I mean, he went on a sex and dating podcast, for goodness sake, but he's been allowed to talk about himself. Look, let's move on, because the US President Donald Trump has praised Anthony Albanese, calling him a good man. Have a listen at this.
Mr. President, how was your call with the Australian Prime Minister? How was your call with the Australian Prime Minister last week? Was it a good call?
You think he's a good man?
Well, I do. I've had respectful relations with President Trump. We have had 4 discussions that have been really warm. The last one was just over a week ago. I look forward to continuing to engage with the United States.
Well, Andrew, it's all very pleasant, isn't it? Yet still no sign of an official face-to-face meeting.
Well, it's been 310 days now since the President took office, and still no face-to-face meeting. Yes, they've had some phone calls, but the reality is AUKUS is still a big question mark, and the trade deals, tariffs that the Australians are now going to be facing. Look, the Prime Minister needs to pony up here. He needs to get a face-to-face meeting, not just at a sideline at the UN General Assembly. He needs a decent face-to-face meeting with the President. They're our most important security partner, yet the Prime Minister seems to be wanting to do everything but meet with the Prime Minister. He's more busy trying to criticise the US than trying to meet with the US President.
No, look, I completely agree with you. I've got to say before we let you go that the beach looks nice behind you tonight, Andrew.
I can tell you now, Danica, it's cooler than what it looks like.
All right, so no dip for you this evening. Nonetheless, it looks really lovely. Andrew Wallace, appreciate your time as always. Thank you so much for joining me on the show.